The ZANU-PF has rejected the delimitation of electoral boundaries report compiled by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission (ZEC) and set in motion plans to have it nullified in court, the City Times can reveal. Senior ZANU-PF figures are accusing ZEC chairperson Justice Priscilla Chigumba of selling out and laying the groundwork for Palace coup after an analysis by party strategists concluded that the new ward and constituency boundaries favor the opposition. The report, which has not been released to the public, was submitted to President Mnangagwa by Justice Chigumba on December 26. Mnangagwa is required by law to table the report before Parliament within 7 working days. But even before the report has been seen by MPs, ZANU-PF officials led by Justice Minister Ziyambi are demanding that it should be withdrawn and the delimitation process restarted. Chigumba is also facing a revolt from other ZEC commissioners, but she and her deputy Rodney Simkai-Kiwa have so far refused to be bowed, sources have said. Of the 9 ZEC commissioners, 7 reportedly refused to endorse the report. Chigumba and Kiwa, however, insisted that there was no legal requirement for consensus among commissioners before the delimitation report is submitted to Mnangagwa. In off-the-record briefings, ZANU-PF officials said they feared Justice Chigumba is working with a faction inside ZANU-PF led by Vice President Constantino Chiwenga to pull off what they are calling a palace coup. Justice Minister Ziyambi and the ministry's permanent secretary Virginia Mabiza have convinced Mnangagwa that the delimitation report is a threat to his re-election ambitions in general elections that are due next year. Ziyambi and Mabiza, insiders said, were furious to discover that Central Intelligence Organization boss Isaac Moyo had aligned himself with Justice Chigumba. Moyo was summoned to a meeting with Mnangagwa, Ziyambi and Mabiza, where the ZANU-PF leader ordered them to find strategies of getting the report nullified. From the meeting, lawyer Professor Love Maduku was engaged to mount a legal challenge to have the report set aside. The application will be filed by a proxy as ZANU-PF is reluctant to publicly square off with Justice Chigumba, the sources have said. Maduku confirmed he had been engaged to challenge the delimitation report, but added, "I am in the process of receiving full instructions." The lawyer would not reveal his client or how they had seen the report, which is yet to be made public. Obviously, any legal process would have to wait for the public release of the report, said Maduku. Ziyambi denied he had issues with the delimitation report. "That's not correct. I'll be tabling it in Parliament on January 6, Ziyambi has said. ZANU-PF strategies are reportedly spooked by what they say is a systematic allocation of voters from opposition strongholds to constituencies and wards under ZANU-PF control, sometimes with almost the same number required to wipe out the party's majority from the last elections in 2018. An example of this is where voters from the opposition urban strongholds are migrated to a neighboring constituency in a peri-urban area which is under ZANU-PF control. It was methodical. ZEC were playing a numbers game and the intentions are clear, one ZANU-PF official fumed. The official said even if Mnangagwa won the presidential vote, he may find himself without a parliamentary majority to govern, leaving him vulnerable to political plots by rivals including Chiwenga. The delimitation report also has scenarios where sitting ZANU-PF MPs will have their constituencies eaten up by neighboring constituencies. The plan is to make sitting ZANU-PF MPs fight over constituencies and cause disharmony leading to vote splitting. Another ZANU-PF official who had sight of the report claimed questions left for Justice Chigumba had not been answered.